Hi everyone, it is Brian here of This Is What Brian Thinks Adventures. I thought I would like to provide a pre-Canada Day announcement update and talk about the very wonderful, exciting news that I am looking forward to telling each as well as every one of you. I'm super excited to announce that I have my round bus trip to Calgary for my Stampede trip for Calgary Stampede in Calgary on the second week of this July of this summer coming up in less than 2 weeks. So I'm very pleased to tell you, each and every one of you, is that I am so excited for my amazing trip to Calgary for the Stampede again this summer of this year, since I had a very wonderful time 4 years ago, back in July 2019, 4 years ago last summer, and I really enjoyed the first time riding the Red Arrow bus to and from Calgary. So this summer, on the early second week of this July, I'm taking the Red Arrow bus for Calgary Stampede again this year as well. Before that, I also would like to tell each and every one of you is that my mom, my stepdad, and I, we got to see the new Disney Pixar movie, Elemental, at the Landmark Cinemas in Tamarack. It was very amazing, and for those of you who would like to know, I really loved that Disney Pixar movie, Elemental. I thought it was very wonderful. I recommend you check it out too. In fact, I can't stop thinking about how much that movie was very amazing. The Disney Pixar people, they did an incredible job making this movie and making it all possible. And I'm glad I got a chance to see the new Disney Pixar movie, Elemental, at Landmark Cinemas in Tamarack. And also, very recently, I saw the new DC Comics Warner Brothers The Flash. It was very phenomenal. I highly recommend you check it out for yourselves. And for those of you who would like to know that today is also the last day of school for the kids that go to Edmonton Public Schools, elementary, junior high, and some of the older high school students. Some stay home the last week of school before the last day of school. Some are at school. In fact, I'm also gotta say that after after today, Tuesday, June 27th, there is no more school for the kids because they're on summer holidays starting at the end of today. And I'm very pleased to tell you is that I have amazing YouTube videos of random ETS buses, New Flyers, Excelsiors, Proterra, and one of the Grand West Vicinity buses, all on special premiere. So please stay tuned, everyone. And for those of you who would like to know is that I'm also very excited to announce is that I can't wait to go explore Calgary again, since it has been so long since I had to postpone my Calgary Stampede visit for the past 3 years because due to the uncertainty of COVID, and my job had to come first. But in the end, this very past year in September, 10 months ago, 9.5 months ago, this past September 2022, this year, I started turning things around and started getting things back on track. Since before as well as after I got my job with Loblaw City Market of Ice District. In fact, over this past year, there has been a lot of wonderful, phenomenal changes. In the very same time before, as well as after, I began doing Special Olympics bowling, 5-pin bowling, at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes for 7 months from 9.5 months ago this past October to April of 2.5 months ago, 9 weeks ago this spring. And it was very amazing, and I respectfully gotta say, everyone, I did so well. In fact, for my 30th birthday in May of last month, this spring, I had an amazing birthday. I did some amazing ETS bus videos. I also made them all in special premiere and worked very hard to make it all possible. In fact, I'm gonna do it for my next birthday, for my 31st birthday next spring in May 2024, as well as my 32nd birthday in May 2025. In fact, I have taken good, excellent care of my Google Pixel 7 phone for the past 5 months now, since 4.5 months ago in February. and I have been taking my amazing YouTube videos beyond next level. In fact, there's also going to be some wonderful changes too. Like this summer, we're also moving, but I can't say where. So, and there's some things I always want to respectfully keep to myself. But the good news is, everyone, is that I'm very pleased that I was able to reach out to some of the people from my old school at LY Cairns, my old junior high and senior high school, to get one of the teachers on the phone, left a voicemail message, a very positive one, to see if one of their students are interested in a talk about Special Olympics bowling presentation, learning about resilience, the many forms of bowling, and how to talk about bowling practices in between school schedules, work experience schedules, and part-time job work schedules around their class schedules as well. Like the way I'm doing in between my work at Loblaws and in Loblaw City Market and Ice District part-time, as well as my school part-time at NAIT and MacEwan University. In fact, very recently, I just finished doing Adobe Photoshop. Excuse me, I went ahead. Very recently, I finished Adobe InDesign Level 2, and I've been doing some good efforts, and I've been doing my very best as I can. In fact, after this summer, over next year, 2023-2024 semester, at the beginning of next fall, of the upcoming September 2023, I'm planning on going back to school at NAIT again to upgrade for Adobe Photoshop Level 2, which is Adobe Photoshop, you might say, since I did so well in all the Level 1s of Adobe Photoshop Level 1 at NAIT in October 2019, as well as at the end of in December 2019, I did Adobe Illustrator Level 1. In January 2020, I did Adobe Acrobat Level 1, and I passed all those Level 1 courses, so I'm going to get back onto Adobe Photoshop Level 2 at the end of summer holidays after this summer in the fall in September. And likewise, I'm very excited to tell you is that I'm looking forward to seeing my friends in Calgary out of town in a public place during the day, as long as it's not very late at night. So it's still a policy I always have to obey, and that's a rule I always stick to it. And I'm very excited to tell you is that please stay tuned for some amazing random elevators on my trip to Calgary, as well as amazing bus trips, LRT trips of the C trains, of the Amazing Calgary Transit. So stay tuned for Amazing Calgary Transit content, as well as random elevator contents of random elevators, of random places in around the downtown area of City Centre at the core of Calgary as well. Stay tuned for that, as well as I'll do a revisit of one of the elevators at the Calgary Tower, including the Calgary Tower TELUS Convention Centre, around their West and East Parkgate elevators again too. And hopefully I might get a chance to ride the elevators, the West Parkgate elevators of TELUS Convention Centre in Calgary again, and see if they're upgraded. So if they are, I'm definitely going to upgrade I'm going to film those elevators that are upgraded. So since I filmed the old Otis heat touch sensitive elevators at the TELUS Convention Centre Palliser 1 a couple times, like 6 years ago in July 2017, 5 years ago July 2018, and 4 years ago July 2019. So I have them on YouTube as well, and I'm looking forward to revisiting their elevators again too. So stay tuned for that, everyone, and I will definitely post some amazing new flyers, and well as Nova buses, CNG Nova buses, and some of the articulated buses of Calgary Transit. So I hope everyone will stay tuned for that as well. And YouTubers, before I go, I have some positive things I want to say for this Canada Day coming up too. I will say Happy Canada Day to each and every one of you on July 1st in 4 days' time. So stay tuned for that, everybody. And I will say Happy Canada Day on the actual Canada Day, July 1st. So prepare for that, everybody. And also, I'm definitely excited for the annual Pancake Breakfast, the Legislative Assembly Tour at Alberta Legislator, as well as other Canada Day events, and most of all, the Edmonton Riverhawks baseball at Remax Center as well, with the Canada Day fireworks. So I will provide a YouTube video of that, including the elevator at Remax Center as well. So YouTubers, I really want to say thank you for this pre-Canada Day announcement. I will see you soon, and I will say Happy Canada Day to each and every one of you. Stay tuned, everyone.